Entitled, Karen arrested. After thinking, she's above the law. Have you ever seen someone so entitled they believe they're above the law? In this video, watch as Karen's arrogance leads to her arrest after a shocking confrontation with the police. Let's start with Cop's sister, who ends up being arrested for DWI. Around 11:51 p.m. on May 2nd, 2024, Patrolman John Mania of the Middletown Township Police Department was patrolling near State Route 35 North and Chapel Hill Road. He observed a black 2021 Mazda swerving between lanes multiple times. Recognizing the potential danger, he activated his emergency lights near Buckingham Circle, but the driver did not stop until reaching State Route 35 North and Woodland Drive. Once the vehicle pulled over, Patrolman Mania approached and identified the driver as Asma. When asked for her license and registration, Asma mentioned she had been at Charlie's in Lincroft for a work event before heading to Gabriella's in Red Bank.
I'm just going home. I have work tomorrow. I went for a work event.
Where'd you go for a work event?
We went to Charlie's in Lincroft, and then I went to Gabriella's for a little bit, and I'm going home.
While speaking with her, Patrolman Mania detected a strong odor of alcohol.
Have you had anything to drink tonight?
Asma initially admitted to having a single glass of wine at Gabriella's, but later confessed to drinking 2 glasses of wine and possibly some champagne.
When I went out for dinner, I had a glass of wine with my filet mignon. That was it.
During the conversation, she handed Patrolman Mania a card indicating her brother was a police officer, perhaps hoping for leniency.
My brother's a cop, so I feel like you guys like to get together and then I don't know.
Patrolman Chambers arrived to assist, and Patrolman Mania returned to his patrol car to verify Asma's information. Due to his suspicion of impairment, Asma was asked to exit her vehicle and perform field sobriety exercises.
Just based on the way you were driving and where you told me you're coming from, I just want to check to make sure you're going to drive real quick. I just want to check your eyes. All right, yeah, I mean, that has nothing to do with liable.
It has nothing to do with this, but I'm fine. I
just want to check your eyes real quick to make sure you're, so I'm going to have you step out and just stand over here real quick. I'm going to check your eyes and then,
The first test was the horizontal gaze nystagmus, HGN test, where Sergeant Mazza observed a lack of smooth pursuit, distinct and sustained nystagmus at maximum deviation, and onset of nystagmus before 45 degrees. No vertical gaze nystagmus was noted. The second exercise was the walk and turn test, during which Asma failed to touch heel to toe on each step, took an incorrect number of steps, and used her arms for balance.
5, 6, 7, turn. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
The final test was the one-leg stand test, where Asma struggled to raise her foot properly and swayed while balancing.
15, 2016, 2017, 2018, 2019, 2020. Should I keep going?
Yep, that's all I tell you to stop.
2021, 2022, 1023,
Given her erratic driving, the smell of alcohol, and her poor performance on the sobriety tests, Patrolman Mania arrested Asma for driving under the influence.
I feel like you are under the influence, okay? All right.
Hey, I'm really not.
So what we're going to do is I am going to have to place you under arrest. You're going to come inside. We're going to fill out some paperwork, and then you're going to need someone to pick you up, all right?
Her vehicle was impounded for a mandatory 12-hour hold under John's law, and she was transported to Middletown Township Police Headquarters for further processing. New Jersey SA 39, 4, 50.23, part of New Jersey's laws, is known as John's Law. It requires the mandatory impoundment of a vehicle for 12 hours if the driver is arrested for driving under the influence, DUI. This law aims to prevent the arrested individual from retrieving their vehicle immediately, thus reducing the risk of repeated offenses shortly after release. At the station, Asma was read the standard statement for motor vehicle operators and initially agreed to provide breath samples. Sergeant Michael Heaton attempted to administer the alcotest machine, but Asma failed to provide adequate samples despite 4 attempts, resulting in a charge of refusal. After processing, she was released to a friend who signed the potential liability warning form on her behalf.
Like, how is that gonna work out?
We're trying to
actually had like one of the I guess one of the supervisors, he had to like leave me in here.
Okay,
Asma received multiple summonses. Operating under the influence, consent to take breath samples, reckless driving, failure to wear a seatbelt, and improper lane changes. All right, this was a wild case, but not the worst. Just wait until you see this next one, where a drunk mother is arrested after DUI with her 5-year-old son in the vehicle. On May 1st, 2024, police officers in Florida observed a vehicle driving erratically, prompting them to initiate a traffic stop. The driver, identified as Amanda, exhibited clear signs of intoxication, struggling to keep her eyes open and maintain coherence.
Her name is Amanda?
Yeah, I saw some history. Hit and run, she arrested me at 23.
I'm going to walk her down here to my car where I have that line.
Okay, go hang out with this kid.
Okay.
More alarmingly, her 5-year-old son was in the back seat, creating a dangerous situation for the child.
Hi Amanda, how are you?
Hey,
Hi, how you doing?
over here.
I'm gonna walk them, okay?
I'm going to walk, you can walk with me down here real quick?
Yeah.
As the officers recounted, Amanda had been driving aggressively, running a stop sign and veering into oncoming traffic before correcting her course.
The sergeant pulled you over for some violations, traffic infractions, okay?
Yes, I ran a stop sign.
Okay, you ran a stop sign. All right, I'm also here that the sergeant suspects that you're under the influence of an alcoholic beverage.
Once she was pulled over, officers attempted to conduct field sobriety tests to determine the extent of her impairment.
Would you permit the sobriety exercises to dispel my belief that you're not intoxicated or under the influence of alcohol?
Am I supposed to?
It's up to you. I'm asking you if you want to do it or not.
I'm asking you. I need to go home.
Okay. Do you want to perform these exercises?
Fine.
Okay.
Despite her initial cooperation, Amanda struggled to follow instructions and complete the exercises properly.
Keep washing the pump.
Her balance was unsteady, and she had difficulty counting out loud and following the officer's directions.
Stand right here. Face me. Face me. Okay. So this is called a step and stern exercise. Okay. Step and turn. Okay.
The officers, maintaining a professional demeanor, repeatedly tried to guide Amanda through the sobriety tests.
Ma'am, are you refusing to continue exercises?
No, I don't.
Are you refusing to continue the exercises? No what?
I'm not refusing.
All right.
However, her unsteady gait, slurred speech, and inability to perform the tasks adequately led them to conclude that she was under the influence of alcohol.
Start counting.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Despite her resistance and confusion, Amanda was eventually placed under arrest.
But
Turn around.
don't keep it.
Turn around. Hands behind your back.
Don't get a resisting charge. Okay.
Officers explained that a breathalyzer test would be administered at the station, but Amanda's continued non-compliance led to additional charges for resisting arrest.
Stop holding my hand.
Just relax.
Right now.
I understand we're going to do that right now, but we have to transport you, and we have to get handcuffs to transport you. Okay?
Throughout the process, the officers remained patient and attempted to de-escalate the situation, emphasizing Amanda's need to follow their instructions to avoid further charges.
If you
see me with my...
if you resist me, okay, there'll be another charge.
Following her arrest, Amanda was taken into custody and her child was placed under the care of Child Protective Services. The legal consequences of Amanda's actions were significant. Driving under the influence, DUI in Florida, especially with a minor in the vehicle, carries severe penalties. Amanda faced multiple charges, including DUI, child endangerment, and resisting arrest. Amanda's actions led to several legal violations under Florida law. First and foremost, her driving under the influence, DUI charge, is governed by Florida statutes, Chapter 316, Section 193. According to this statute, it is illegal to operate a vehicle with a blood alcohol concentration, BAC, of 0.08% or higher. Given her visible impairment, Amanda's BAC likely exceeded this legal limit. In addition to the DUI charge, Amanda also violated child endangerment laws. Under Florida statutes, Chapter 827, Section 03, child endangerment is defined as an act that could reasonably be expected to cause physical or mental injury to a child. Driving under the influence with her 5-year-old son in the vehicle constitutes a clear violation of this statute, carrying severe penalties including imprisonment and fines. Amanda's legal journey following her arrest will involve court appearances, potential plea bargains, and possibly a trial. If convicted, she faces significant penalties, including jail time, substantial fines, mandatory alcohol education programs, and possible loss of driving privileges. This mother surely did not care much about her children due to her behaviors. But let's move on with the next case. At approximately 3:29 a.m. on October 25th, 2023, Patrolman Thomas Wilson and Patrick Weimer of the Homedale Township Police Department responded to a noise complaint.
We got a call for a noise complaint. You're sitting there blasting music and you're passed out behind the wheel.
Upon arrival, Patrolman Wilson discovered a woman, later identified as 19-year-old Isabella, asleep in a gray 2023 Honda Civic with loud music playing.
What is your name?
Isabella.
Isabella, what are you doing? You're not supposed to be behind the wheel.
No.
Get out of the car.
How old are you?
I'm 19.
When awakened and instructed to put her vehicle in park, Isabella seemed confused, and Patrolman Wilson detected the smell of alcohol.
I'm sorry, I'm sorry.
Shortly after, Patrolman Weimer arrived to assist.
Okay.
Isabella was unable to retrieve her license when asked, and admitted to having consumed alcohol earlier in the evening. She struggled to understand the officers' questions, and when they considered administering field sobriety tests, they noticed she was too unsteady and at risk of falling.
All right, turn around. I would just run it through a test. Come here.
Isabella was arrested for driving under the influence and taken to the Homedale Township Police Headquarters by Patrolman Wilson for further processing.
Place under arrest for driving while intoxicated, okay?
Okay.
What did you drink tonight?
There, she read the standard statement for motor vehicle operators and agreed to provide breath samples. Her BAC was found to be 0.216%, nearly 3 times the legal limit of 0.08%. After processing, first responders evaluated Isabella and transported her to the hospital for further assessment before her release. She received summonses for operating under the influence, reckless driving, careless driving, and having an open container in a motor vehicle. All right, fellas, what do you think? Share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more interesting and educational contents in the future. Thanks for your support.